The law of attraction, a powerful concept that's gained popularity in recent years, suggests that we attract into our lives what we believe we're worthy of. This idea has captivated the minds of many, sparking a whole wave of personal development and self-improvement journeys. While the law of attraction does have its skeptics, there is a growing body of evidence as well as countless personal stories that support the idea that our beliefs about our own worthiness play a significant role in shaping our reality and therefore what we attract. In this video, I'll explore the concept of attracting what you believe you're worthy of in depth. We'll delve into the psychology behind it, provide practical tips to shift your beliefs and raise your self-worth. I'll also offer real-life examples to illustrate how this principle operates in our lives. I'm Jo Banks. I've been a professional executive coach for almost 15 years, and I'm sharing what I know. The power of beliefs. Our beliefs are the lens through which we view the world. They shape our thoughts, emotions, actions, and ultimately our reality. When it comes to self-worth, our beliefs about ourselves can be particularly influential. These beliefs are often formed during childhood and are deeply ingrained in our subconscious minds. We learn our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us usually by the age of 7. We watch, listen, copy our parents and significant caregivers and tend to absorb their values, their beliefs, their behaviours, and even their thought patterns. At such a young age, we have no other references, so our parents' programs become our own. For example, if you have money worries, it's likely that you heard things like money doesn't grow on trees or money is the root of all evil as a child, or you may have even seen your parents panicking about money. As a result, you've subconsciously absorbed that and are still playing that out as an adult. In addition, even after the age of 7, if someone in authority says something about us that we overhear, and by in authority I mean a parent, a boss, a teacher, if we overhear them saying something about us, or even if they say something to us directly, for example, you'll never amount to anything, you're not very intelligent, you have no imagination, you're such an idiot, you're no good at maths, English, drawing, music, whatever it happens to be. It could be just a throwaway comment. However, there's a strong likelihood that we will take on board what they've said and believe them. We trust what they tell us because we perceive them as being more knowledgeable than us. And of course, as a child, we are programmed. It's part of our DNA to believe the adults around us. That's how we survive as a species for so long. We might hear very positive things from our parents and caregivers, such as, you're so clever, you're such a good person, you can achieve anything you set your mind to, you make me so proud. And we'll absorb all of that as well. So our formative years are very important to the person we are today. What we hear and what we're programmed with, positive or negative, has a profound impact on our self-esteem and confidence as adults. Those deeply embedded thoughts about ourselves carry with us into adulthood. They're lodged deeply within the subconscious and continue to affect our thoughts, behaviours, and ultimately the opportunities, the situations, and the people that we attract for the rest of our lives. If you believe that you're worthy of success, love, and happiness, you're more likely to pursue these goals with determination and confidence. Conversely, on the other hand, If you hold beliefs of unworthiness or self-doubt, you might inadvertently sabotage your own efforts or settle for less than you deserve. The psychology of self-worth. To understand why you attract what you believe you're worthy of, it's important to explore the psychology behind self-worth and beliefs. Here are some key psychological principles at play. Number 1, self-fulfilling prophecies. Psychologist Robert Merton introduced the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies, which refers to a belief or expectation that influences a person's behavior in such a way that it causes the belief or expectation to come true. In the context of self-worth, if you believe you're worthy of success, you're more likely to take actions that lead to success, thus fulfilling your belief. On the other hand, if you believe you're inherently unworthy of success, you'll likely sabotage yourself by not taking the actions necessary to achieve that result. Again, you're still fulfilling your belief. Number 2, confirmation bias. People tend to seek out and interpret information in a way that confirms their existing beliefs. Again, let's look at worthiness. If you believe you're worthy of love and respect, you're more likely to notice and remember instances where people treat you with love and respect, reinforcing the belief. On the other hand, if you believe you're unworthy of love and respect, you're more likely to notice and remember instances where people mistreat you. You may even act in a way that attracts that negative behavior from others. Again, it's reinforcing your belief. Number 3, loss aversion. The psychological bias that describes our tendency to feel the pain of losing something more intensely than the pleasure of gaining the same thing. We'll often work far harder to protect what we already have rather than going out and getting more. Number 4, emotional resonance. Our emotions are powerful indicators of our beliefs. When you believe you're unworthy, you may experience, or really you're probably very likely to experience, negative emotions such as anxiety, self-doubt, and fear. These emotions can create a self-perpetuating cycle that attracts more negative experiences to you, reinforcing your belief of unworthiness. Finally, number 5, self-concept theory. Psychologist Carl Rogers developed the self-concept theory, which suggests that people have an innate drive to maintain consistency between their self-concept, so how they see themselves, and their experiences. One statement I commonly use to demonstrate this is we have to remain consistent with our view of ourselves and the world around us. Therefore, we continually look for evidence to back up that view, whether it's positive or negative. And of course, seek and ye shall find. Whatever we look for, we are bound to find. If you believe you're worthy of success, you will strive to align your experiences with that belief, making success more likely. If you believe that you're unworthy of success, you will align your experiences with that belief, reinforcing that you are indeed unworthy. Practical steps to raise your self-worth. Now that we've explored the psychology behind self-worth and beliefs, let's discuss practical steps to raise your self-worth and attract the life that you desire. First of all, let's look at self-reflection. Begin by examining your beliefs about yourself and the world around you. I suggest using a journal or some good writing paper for this, not your phone. Please don't use your phone for this. The brain-pen connection is mighty. Write down the areas where you feel stuck, where you feel that you're not making progress. Typical examples of those are your career, finances, health, and relationships. You can choose more of your own as well, but they tend to be the key ones that I work with clients on. Under each one of those headings, write down your beliefs about each of them. I also recommend thinking back to anything negative you witnessed or heard as a child growing up, whether directly or indirectly. So a direct comment to you or things that you just witnessed growing up. These can end up being your deep-rooted beliefs and the things that are now holding you back today. Be honest with yourself about any negative or limiting beliefs that you're holding on to. Some people, when they do this exercise, hadn't even thought that these things were going on inside them because they happen in the subconscious. It's likely that these are the things that are holding you back. Even just think about those simple throwaway comments that I mentioned earlier. I have another client that has been told that they're not very creative. Another one was told they have no imagination. And they heard those things as children and they're still affecting them today and their choices. And these people are in their 40s. So unless we start to examine these things and what's going on and where they came from, the fact that they just simply are not true, we can be really sabotaging ourselves. You will likely discover that you're consciously holding on to a thought about something, but the underlying subconscious belief is quite the opposite. So you might want to go off and do great things, but there's a little part of you in the background going, but you're not good enough and you can't do things like that and you're an idiot or you're not very intelligent or you have no imagination. So it's really important to unpick those things. Be kind to yourself as you do this exercise. It can sometimes be quite upsetting to realize that the underlying programs you subconsciously absorbed as a child are still running your life today. But awareness is everything. We can't change what we're not aware of. So it's a really important step. Some people might want to do this with a coach like myself or a trained therapist so that they can help you move through any emotions that might come up as you do this exercise. Next, we have challenging your negative beliefs. Identify and challenge your negative beliefs that no longer serve you. Ask yourself, is there any evidence to support these beliefs or are they merely assumptions? So think back that list of things that you have and the things that you maybe witnessed and the ridiculous things that people said to you. Think back. We're going to analyze those now. We can use some great CBT tools, cognitive behavioral therapy tools for this. So again, take a piece of paper or your journal, not your phone. Split the page into 3 columns. In the first column, write the limiting belief. In the center column, write a more empowering belief. So it's likely to be the opposite of what's in the first column. In the third column, and this is the really important bit, you're going to write evidence to back up the more empowering belief. Remember what I said earlier about seek and ye shall find? I know that you will have evidence to back up a more empowering belief. It's just the old one is embedded so much and it's so deeply rooted in your subconscious that you keep overriding the more empowering one. So by giving your brain evidence to say that doesn't work anymore and I have all of this evidence to the contrary, it's really powerful. Your brain likes evidence. And it's also really important for the next step. If an old limiting belief no longer makes sense because we present evidence to the contrary, our subconscious can change in a second. Honestly, it can change really quickly. That doesn't happen all of the time. Unfortunately, it can sometimes take a little longer and a bit more effort than that. And this is known as neuroplasticity. The more we practice doing something, the greater the change in the brain and the easier it is for us to do the new thing, regardless of your age. Next, we're going to talk about affirmations. I have mixed feelings about affirmations. For some people, they work brilliantly. However, for me, I need evidence to back up a new belief for it to be effective. Otherwise, my internal dialogue will literally say, who are you trying to kid? That's why the third column that I mentioned a little earlier is really important. If you have evidence to back up your affirmation, it's more of a reminder then, and your brain will be more likely to accept the affirmation. You can use daily affirmations to reinforce positive beliefs about your self-worth. For example, your statements might be, I am worthy of love and abundance. I deserve success and happiness. One affirmation that I hear quite a lot that I just can't get along with really is, I am enough. Now, for many people, their little subconscious is going to go, no, you're not. No, you're not. So if you want to use I am enough, please make sure that you've got some written down factual evidence so that your brain can go to work on that. Next, we're going to talk about a really powerful one, visualization. As an NLP master practitioner, neuro-linguistic programming, I am very well aware of the power of visualization. I have worked with some famous sports people over the years, and visualization is a key part of psychological coaching. We know it works in sport, it's a given, and yet we fail to use it effectively in our everyday lives. Visualization or mental rehearsal is another good way to explain it. Conditions our brain for success or failure. Here's the important bit. Our brains can't tell the difference between what's real and what we vividly imagine. Sounds a bit woo-woo, but it's absolutely true. It's neuroscience. Think about it. You read a book, you get so absorbed in the book that you feel the emotions of what's been written on the page. Hasn't actually happened, and yet you feel it. Same thing about going on holiday. You think about going on holiday, you get excited. Are you on holiday? No, all you've done is think about it. Same things happen if you start to imagine worst case scenarios. Your brain thinks it's actually happening, so produces stress, anxiety, overwhelm, all those negative feelings. So it works in reverse. This is not woo-woo nonsense. It's clinically proven. It's basic neuroscience. So get into the habit of visualizing yourself living the life you desire. Imagine the success, love, and happiness you want to attract. Create vivid, colourful, noisy, large mind movies. See what you'd see, hear what you'd hear, and feel what you'd feel if you were living the life of your dreams. Experiencing the emotion of it is the most crucial part. You need to access the emotional part of the brain to make significant changes. Run these mind movies frequently throughout the day. Not only will you be priming yourself for success, but you'll be releasing feel-good hormones, dopamine. When you do that, you're going to feel better, your mind will be clearer, and you'll be more able to take action and see opportunities. Visualization really is an amazing tool to help you align your beliefs with your desired reality. Next, surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Positive relationships that can reinforce your belief in your worthiness. Stop watching the news. Unfollow social media accounts that don't bring you joy. Avoid films and video games that are scary or filled with violence. Remember, our brains cannot tell the difference between real and vividly imagined. When you're filling your head with such negativity, you'll keep your brain on high alert, triggering your fight, flight, freeze stress response. Next, set goals. Set clear, achievable goals that align with your positive beliefs. I won't go into detail on this one. I have a separate video on this very subject, which I'll be posting next week. But here are just a few of the highlights. State your goal in the positive. Be specific about what you want to do, be, or have. Get clear on your why. If the why, as in why you want the thing, isn't big enough, it's unlikely that you'll follow through when things get tough, which they will. Create a plan for how you'll achieve it, and in that plan, make sure you consider roadblocks or things that are going to get in the way. How are you going to overcome them? For example, how are you likely to sabotage yourself, and what will you do about it? Finally, take small, consistent steps every day towards its achievement. One important thing to note is that your brain likes what it already knows. And while it will put up with novelty for a little while, it will at some point want to return to its comfort zone, even if the comfort zone is negativity. That's when we tend to self-sabotage. Our brains would rather keep us in known pain rather than unknown potential pleasure. Real life examples. To illustrate the concept of attracting what you believe you're worthy of, let's look at a few real life examples. Number 1, career success. Imagine two individuals with similar qualifications and skills applying for the same role. One believes they're highly capable and deserving of success, while the other harbors self-doubt and believes they're not good enough. The first person's confidence and their belief in their worthiness are likely to shine through in interviews, leading to a higher chance of getting the job. Relationships. Consider two people looking for love. One believes they're lovable and deserving of a healthy, loving relationship, while the other has low esteem and doubts about their worthiness. The person who believes they're lovable is more likely to attract partners who treat them with love and respect. Financial abundance. Two entrepreneurs start businesses in the same industry. One believes they're capable of achieving financial success, while the other is plagued with self-doubt and fear of failure. The first entrepreneur's belief in their worthiness drives them to take calculated risks, make bold decisions, and ultimately achieve financial abundance. The wrap-up. The idea that we can attract what we believe we are worthy of is a powerful concept that underscores the importance of self-worth and beliefs in shaping our lives. Our beliefs about ourselves have a profound impact on our thoughts, actions, and the opportunities, situations, and people we attract. By raising your self-worth, challenging your negative beliefs, and aligning your beliefs with your desired reality, you can harness the power of the law of attraction to create a life that reflects your true worthiness. Remember that changing beliefs and increasing your self-worth is a journey. It takes time and effort. Gym for the brain. Be patient with yourself and stay committed to cultivating positive beliefs that empower you to attract the life you deserve. It's not a do it once and you're good to go type thing. It is gym for your brain. So by incorporating these small and simple activities into your daily routine, you can begin to unlock your full potential and manifest abundance, success, and happiness that you're truly worthy of. What next? If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing doesn't cost anything but helps YouTube know the contest is interesting and they'll hopefully push it out to more people. I'm also working on getting my 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. When that happens, I can monetize my channel and receive a portion of the ad revenue. So if you enjoyed this video, please support me. I'd be so grateful. At the moment, I'm uploading twice a week and will do so for the foreseeable future. So please support the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. As always, thanks for watching. Thank you to everybody who watches until the very end and enjoy the rest of your day.